Happy holidays, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying the 12 days of self-advocacy. So I'm Pamela Combs, and I'm from the Board of DDS. I'm the superintendent, and I'm here to celebrate another day with you. And on this one, we're going to be watching a documentary created by Benchmark Human Services. And part of this documentary is about a self-advocate named Derek who lives in South Dakota, and he shares what it's been like to self-advocate during this crazy time of COVID, which I know all of you can relate to as well. So I wanted us to watch this together and then talk about it and how COVID has made it challenging to self-advocate. All right, here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Derek Smith, and I live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. My mom, Brenda, here with me. So as you can see, this is my Smith family. This is a little more about me. This is a wide range about me.
Yes, there's a lot of activities that you're involved in. Could you mention a few?
Toastmasters, Bible study group leader, Celebrate and Embrace member, volunteer, assistant living, and nursing home.
Yeah, and you also are an advocate, an athlete. You work out at a gym, and you're a business owner and
Great Life member, fitness.
An employee.
Yes.
And what is today?
4-year anniversary.
Of when you started your job at Great Life, right?
Yep.
A lot going on.
Yep. So, as you may know, I live on my own home.
In your own townhome, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of those pictures on that townhome?
This is a picture of my house.
Mm-hmm. And up in the corner?
Is my man cave gonna be,
mm-hmm.
and my hot tub.
Yes, okay. And so tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, through our Family Support 360 program, I'm able to live in my own home. This is Linda, my support provider. Well, she helps me clean, cook, with groceries.
Shop for groceries and go out and about in your community, right?
Yes. So, how many of you play a game called Jenga? Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And so, as Derek said, my name is Brenda and I'm Derek's mom. We often use the analogy of the game Jenga when we talk about building Derek's life. Because we have worked very hard over the years to build a life that's meaningful, that includes the things that are important to Derek and the things that he needs in terms of support to be successful. And if you've played Jenga before, as you build the tower, it's stable, but it can be a little shaky. And if one of those pieces gets pulled out,
as you see here,
yep, it can get a little more shaky or even collapse, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But over the last year, we've had things in place and it's gone quite well.
And then now DD Council's on virtual.
That's right. And so what's happened?
How many of you are with COVID?
Are familiar with COVID? Everybody probably is. Because COVID happened, and then what happened?
It fell apart.
In one day, everything that we had put together seemed to just fall apart, right?
Yep, as you see, the Jenga likes to be falling apart.
That's right, and that kind of reflects what happened on that day.
So
when that happened, and you couldn't go to work anymore, Linda couldn't come anymore, you couldn't go to the nursing home anymore and volunteer, how did you feel?
How many of you are confused, stressed? What's going on? Frustrated?
A little bit worried?
Yeah, worried and depressed.
And a little bit depressed. And did you feel all of those things?
Yes.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? And at the same time you were feeling those things, I was thinking, oh my goodness, now what? We worked so hard to get your life kind of going in a routine, right?
Yes.
And everything kind of fell apart. So now what? So we kind of thought about, what do we know? We know
Person-centered thinking.
Yep, and we also know
Charting the life course. How many of you like to do that?
Yep. So we knew that we had to develop a new routine because that's important to you.
Yeah.
Okay? And it needed to be based on what was important to you.
Yes.
So we just had conversations and we developed what?
A trajectory.
Trajectory?
And so STAR. How many of you done that STAR?
Yep, an integrated support STAR. And we thought, let's develop a vision of what the next few weeks looked like. But it's lasted longer, hasn't it? Yep. And then while we felt like all of our resources had gone away, we started talking about them and realized that we do have a lot of supports and resources that we can access.
Right.
And so we used that information and
the calendar, as you see, has a routine.
That's right. So you had a new routine based on all of those things that still matter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you follow this calendar, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things you learned was that you could still have
a remote support.
Yep. Through family support, you were able to continue to work with
Linda Powell.
Yep. Through remote support. Right?
Yes.
And so what were some of the things you guys were able to come up with?
Connecting families and friends.
So you just use technology, right?
Yes.
To be able to stay connected to your family.
And friends.
And friends. It's important to you.
Yes. So I do lead a Bible study group online.
Every Monday, right?
Yes, every Monday morning.
You used to meet in person, but since that wasn't possible,
we do it virtually now.
Yep, and Linda's able to provide
support.
Some of the supports to help you do that.
Yep.
Accomplish that.
How many of you like to hear of Dr. Karen Harvey?
Yep. And so what happens every single what?
Monday, we talk about what Dr. Karen Harvey.
Yep, and we do it on Facebook Live, right?
Yes.
Because we feel if you're experiencing some of that stress, don't know what to do,
there's videos for you can see.
Yep. So you do it on Facebook Live and share it with people.
And then I put it on YouTube as well.
Yep. So that you can help others.
Yes.
Cope through COVID, just like you are.
Yeah. So I was going to try and volunteer at the assisted living, but it closed down. But we had to do as you see here, dry erase board with a message on it.
And so we would take that over to the assisted living and you'd walk around the building so that you kept those relationships and connections up. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And brought a little joy.
Yes. So I host a book club, and Linda helps me with that. We do read almost a lot of books.
Yeah.
But
and how often do you meet?
2 times.
2 times a week via Zoom. You invited some friends.
Yeah.
And have a book club.
Yes.
So you don't feel isolated.
Or alone.
Yeah. You get to connect with friends and have a good time.
Right. So, as you see, this is a game called bingo.
Yeah.
How many of you like to play a game called bingo?
Everybody likes to play bingo, right?
Yes.
And so Derek used to volunteer at the assisted living calling bingo. Since he couldn't do that anymore.
Like I did at the Ver Brady in Mitchell at the time.
Yes. And so since you couldn't call bingo in person, we decided you could do it online and invite a bunch of friends.
Yep. It doesn't have to be perfect with themes. Doesn't have to be
Yep. But sometimes you have themes, like this is a beach.
theme.
Yep. But it provides an opportunity to connect with friends and just have fun.
Yeah. So every Wednesday, like tomorrow, for example, how many of you like to do a music party
Yep. So you started a music party on Facebook,
live?
and one of your friends,
Dan Kleberg,
he plays the guitar and sings, and people can join in
live from Aberdeen, South Dakota.
and they can sing along, dance in their kitchen, or just listen.
Or comment of where you're from and tell us what kind of songs Dan can play.
Yep, and have requests, right?
Yes.
So there are lots of things that you can still do, but it takes a little bit of support, doesn't it?
Yes.
Through,
Family support.
yep, you still do the remote support.
It's gonna be all the time now.
Yep. You still do.
The
She has started to be able to provide some in-home support,
Yeah.
but we have to make sure that everybody's safe.
Yes.
And then you've visited with your doctor.
Dr. Jason, yes.
Yep. By telemedicine.
Yeah.
And who else provides support to you?
Family.
Absolutely. And all of those things put together kind of make it possible to have life be as good as we can make it, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes. So with that,
I want to thank Carrie for our taping of the video, and I
thank them for watching.
and thank you for watching, and hope you watch again. And please wear your mask,
Keep your distance
wash your hands,
and stay safe, and
healthy.
bye everyone.
Bye, everybody.